The topic which we want to cover up, we will be covering up all this topic today. Okay. So what I'll do here, I write down those topics which we are going to cover up today. So what I'll do here, I will be doing this one by one from here onwards. So we'll be doing now how to go for creating a table using your PROC SQL programming and how to insert values to a particular table, right? So what I'll do here, I'll go back to my folder. If I go back to my raw data, I have these are the tables, right? So now let's talk about going for creating a table in your SAS SQL. So ultimately what is happening guys here, we are creating a table called SAS SQL.student enquiry 2022 or 2023 January. Okay. Input is what? Student ID, student name, age, gender, education, date of inquiry, and the course. You're using in format for the date format and format for the date format. You're using data lines to put these are the details of the students. And if you run this program, you get the output here. Yes or no? Are you getting this, guys? So what did you do here? You are using base SAS to create your table, correct? You're using base SAS here to create your table. Yes or no, guys? Everyone? Again, SAS SQL, na? Okay. So understood, guys. What is that? We have created the above table using base SAS programming. Yes or no? Now, to create this table using SAS SQL. So how do you go for creating this table using SAS SQL, guys? What comes to your mind? Normally, if you want to go for creating a table, guys, those are online. How do you go for creating a table? You write what? PROC SQL and immediately write quit. In between, write what? Create table. Table name is what? Let's say student inquiry 2020. If you want to give it to SAS _ SQL, you write like this. Aj. Right? What will do here? If you want to go for creating a table, guys, what will do here? It is not Aj. You're creating a table name, bracket, start, close, and semicolon. In this bracket, you have to define the first field name is what? Student ID. Right, guys? Which is going to care of 10 character. Again, comma. What is the next field name? Student name, which is care of 15 character long. Right? What is the next field you're going to add here? Age. Age is integer. Are you getting this, guys? Then what is the next thing you'll be adding here, guys? Gender. So you'll be putting as gender. Gender is going to be what? Care of 10 character long. Then education, which is also going to care of what? 10 character long. Then you will have date of inquiry, which is going to as what, guys? It's a date field. Then the last is going to be course, which is also care of 10 character. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? If you run this program, what is happening? Your table is created with what? Header. Now, how to insert values to the table, guys? What will you do here? PROC SQL. You will write what? Quit. You will write what here, guys? Insert into, which is the table name, right? Then write values, bracket start. Values with what? Take all those values here. So how to present this? It's a character. Yes or no? It should be in what? Single quote. This is going to be then right. You have to insert this row for how many times? 3 times. So this time it is going to be S2 and this is going to be S3 and the name would be what, guys? Shivani. Age is what? 25. She is a female. Now this is BTech 2311 2022, and you can call about ADA. This will be what, guys? Right? And this is 28. You can copy this to mail. You can make it as MTech, and this value would be what? MPIDS. Now, if you run this program, it is throwing an error. What is throwing an error, guys? Anyone tell me? Because SAS never reads the date format like this. How SAS will read this date format? This is 2nd November 2022. So it will be 02 NOV 2022, then a D. This is how you have to put. Now, how to put this example here, guys? Tell me. 23rd November 2022 and D. For this date format, how will you put it, guys, here? This is 02 November 2022 D. Does it make sense, guys? Everyone? Understood? So how to call this table now? PROC SQL and say quit. What right here? Select star from this table. Understood? Right? So now the next thing we'll be talking about here. This is how we understand how to go for creating a table, right? Now next is how to go for creating a new table from an existing table. But before that, we'll also cover how to drop a table. This is very important. How to drop a table, guys? What we'll do here? PROC SQL and quit. In between, you'll write what? Drop table.
Drop table name.
Table name is this. Does it work? Does it work, guys? Now, if you run this program, what will happen? If you run this program, what will happen, guys? Tell me. It's a object does not exist. Are you getting it? Now, next is how to delete a table.
How to drop a table.
So how to delete a table first? Since you do not have a table, you have to create the table first. Yes or no? So first, you create the table. Second, you insert values to the table. Third, you can go for selecting the table which is there. Yes or no? Now, how to go for deleting a table? You'll write here, PROC SQL, delete star from the table name. Are you getting this, guys? So now if you run this program, you can see the table 3 rows have been deleted. However, the table remain exist. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you run this program, you can see the table is there, but there is no value inside the table. Now next is how to truncate a table. How will you go for truncating a table, guys? Here, what will write here? If you run this program, you don't see any record inside the table. Do you see though? So what you have to do first? You have to copy this to run the code. If you run this code, your 3 rows have been affected. Now you can go for run this code to get your table output is coming. Yes or no? Now how to truncate a table? What comes to your mind? Guys, you will say truncate table and table name. That is what you think. If you run this program in SAS, there is no keyword called truncate. So now we can understand in SAS SQL engine, truncate keyword does not work. So this is the interview question will come to you. How to go for truncating a table in what? SAS. You should be able to answer that now, guys, everyone. Yes or no? Now the next question is coming. How to go for creating a new table from an existing table. So first of all, you need to go to raw data. What is the table name here? Made new 2016. So how to go for creating a table here, guys? First, options valid var name is equal to v7, right? PROC import out is equal to SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. What do you write here? Data file is equal to what? So I have to upload the file. Yes or no, guys, everyone?
Yes.
From where I will upload the file? Going to my D drive, going to 2023-01, month 2, SAS base and advanced, SQL. I'll go for raw data to be imported. Yes or no, guys? Now I can see all these 3 files have been imported. So I need to import which table? This table particularly. What would be my DBMS? Sheet name is what?
Made new
2016. Are you getting this, guys, everyone? Got it? Understood how to create this table? Everyone, clear? Now, to create a new table from an existing table. What do you write here? PROC SQL and say quit. In between, create table. Table name is made underscore select. Aj select customer ID, company, gender, age, state underscore code, spend underscore amount from SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. Understood? Yes. If you run this program, you're creating a new data set called made select, and it goes to which library? It goes to work library, because we have not mentioned any library here. If you run this program, you can see there's a data set has been created by selected columns, and it has created a new table called made select. Can you see this, guys, everyone? Now, moving on to the next. What is the next thing we'll be covering off here? How to go for creating a new table from an existing table is there. SAS SQL program with selecting observations, right? So how to go for doing this thing for selecting observations? Okay, you want to select certain observations. So we have a table called PROC SQL select star from made underscore select. Yes or no? We have this table. If you want selecting observation, I want to see 100 observations. So let's say 10 observations. I write out of equal to 10, and I will say number. Out of is what? Is going to select the top 10 observations. Number is what? It's going to give the row number. If I run this program, what is happening, guys, here? Does it come? If I want to go for checking 20 observations, what I write here? Top 20. What will I do here, guys? You'll just write out of equal to 20 as an option. Does it make sense? Clear now? Chalo. Now the next thing is asking you how to go for adding a row number to a data set. How to adding row number or SAS SQL program for creating the row number. Okay, I tell you guys. Data.
Can't we use into keywords for adding like creating a new table from the existing one?
No, we will talk about the into later. But in SAS SQL, we don't use into, we use create table. Into will be used when the table has been created. I'll talk about that later, not now. Is that okay?
Yes.
Hardly 20-25 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going for creating as what, guys? Made select. Set as what? Made underscore select. Yes or no? How do you go for creating a row number? Row number using base SAS. What do you do here? Underscore n underscore. Yes or no? If you run this program, you can see in the same data set, you have row number using base SAS is created row number here. Yes or no? So how did you create the row number? You are using underscore n underscore. Now in SAS SQL, how do you do that? PROC SQL, right? Let's go for create table. Table name is made select. Haha, haha, haha. आज select कौन सा actor था वो हमेशा हाहा बोलता था? Nasruddin Shah. Somebody was there, right? Okay. Select customer ID, company, gender, age, state underscore code, then spend underscore amount, spend underscore amount from SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. Does it make sense, guys? Understood? So in this case, you will create a row number. You will use monotonic as row num. What is the function? You are using what? Monotonic is a function to create a row number in SAS SQL. Now, if you run this program, your made select has been created. Yes or no? And does it have a row number? Yes or no? Guys, can you see this? So how did you create the row number? So we use monotonic is a function in SAS SQL to create a row number. Does it make sense to all of you guys? Understood? Right. Now the next thing is coming. How to go for creating a table and column as an alias, right? So creating table as an alias. PROC SQL, right? Select, would write here customer ID, right? Then company, then gender, then age, then state code, then town, number of trips, and finally spend underscore amount. From what? SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. Are you getting this, guys? Yes or no? Now in this program, you will use alias as subscriber ID, company as what? As business, state code as province, right? Number of trips as visits, spend amount as spent. I'm using this, sorry, this is not. So creating table as an alias to column name. Okay. So now if you run this program, you can see your table is coming with what? Those alias. And why it is taking so much time to print these guys? Because it's going to print 5,000 records. That's what is taking time. Understood now? So did you understand, guys? So it is not going to show over here. However, when you go for creating a table, create table, made, select, Aj. If you run this program, the new table which you created that is called made select, it will be having sub ID, business. You can see it is coming as province. Understood now, guys? How it is coming? Everyone, clear?
Sir.
So this is how we go for doing as what? Create table as an alias to column name. Clear? Now we'll talk about alias to a table name. So how do you do that? You write PROC SQL select a dot star from made underscore 2000 SAS SQL made underscore as a table, and you say quit. You write this program to get this output. What do you write here? Out of equal to 10. If you run this program, you get the top 10 records are coming. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, what you can do here, you can also write here PROC SQL select a dot customer ID, right? A dot company, a dot gender, a dot age, a dot state underscore code, a dot spent underscore amount. From what? SAS SQL, this table, Aj, a table. This is how you write the program, guys, everyone. What do you write here? Out of equal to 100 and number. So that we can see 100 rows are coming in the printing output. Yes or no? Does it make sense? So did you understand how to go for using alias to a table name and alias to a column name? Right? So now we'll be talking about how to go for
100.
creating. Yes.
100 number, why it is?
Was that for me?
Wait.
Hello?
Hello.
Out of? Number why?
Yeah.
Number is for creating a row number here. Just temporarily putting how many row numbers you have. If you don't use number, what will happen? It is going to print the result, but there is no row number is going to come in the output window. Understood? Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
So we use number for creating a row number. Okay. Okay. Now how to go for creating an expression in SAS SQL programming and how to go for what? You will say creating operators and operands. So expression in SAS is what? For example, let's say right. So what you want to create here? Spend per visit. So how would you do that spend per visit? The spend amount should be divided by number of trips. That is called as spend
per trips.
per visit. If you run this program, you can see there is a new table has been created with what? That is spend per visit is also coming. Can you see this? If I want to make my spend and spend per visit as dollar format, what should I do now in this case? I will use format dollar 10 dot, right? I can also use here as what? Format dollar 10 dot. Does it work, guys? Everyone, tell me yes or no. Does it come? Okay, very good. So this is how we have understood about how to go for creating expression. Now there are operators and operands. What happens, guys? I write here PROC SQL. Select, right? Customer ID, company, gender, age, state underscore code, spend underscore amount from SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. Understood? In this case, if I write where company is equal to Apollo, what will happen? It is going to pull the record only for Apollo now. Yes or no, guys? Right. Now, when you write this syntax, where is a what? Company is an equal sign is an
Operator.
Apollo is a conditional value. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we will discuss about operators and the operands. There are how many types of operators? 4 types of operators. What are those?
Arithmetic, logical,
Right.
Special.
Then
special operator,
then fourth is,
arithmetic.
are you getting this, guys, everyone? Right. So what is logical operator? And, or, in, not in, etc. What is comparison operator? Greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to, then
Equal.
GE, GT, LE, LT, and EQ. These are what? Mnemonic and symbolic operators. When is a special operator, what is that?
Between like.
Between and
Like.
like. When is arithmetic operator, what is that? So addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These are what? Example of? These are example of what? Arithmetic operator. Now let's go for doing this operator one after another. Okay. So in this case, you're writing and gender is equal to female. It is case sensitive, guys. If you run this query, what will happen? If you run the program here, what will happen, guys? Tell me. Sorry. Does it happen? Yes or no? Right. Now, we can also put this condition by what? Using or. Now, it was 388 records where both the condition meeting, company is equal to Apollo and gender is equal to what? Female. But in this case, company Apollo or gender equal to female. That means for company Apollo, all the genders will come. Rest all companies, it will come as what? Female gender. So, ultimately, your output will come like this. There will be around 2000 some records will come, right? And where it is saying that Apollo, you can see both for male, female, unisex. Rest all companies, only female is coming. Yes or no? Now, if you want to go for looking at the condition value, which is not only Apollo, it is also going to be what? Company in Apollo, Cipla, Geno. What will write here? Company in Apollo, Cipla, Geno. Does it make sense? Yes or no? So it's going to select only what? Company which are in Apollo, Cipla, and Geno. Understood? Now, you can also write here, which is called company not in Apollo, Cipla, Geno. Does it make sense? Does it make sense, guys? Which is not in Apollo, Cipla, and Geno. Making sense to all of you guys? Yes or no? Got it? So this is how, guys, this is how we are going to clean up the data. I mean, we need to write the program towards cleaning up and filtering the data for yourself. Now, what is the next thing we'll be discussing here? Comparison operator. So in the comparison operator, what do? Just copy this. When you say company, right, is equal to Apollo. So is equal to is what? It is an operator, comparison operator. Yes or no? Then when you say company, then you can write and spent underscore amount is greater than equal to $1,000. So it is going to pull the data accordingly, everyone. Yes or no? Clear? Okay. Now, this is how the comparison operator is coming. Now we'll talk about what? Spatial operator. So what is called spatial operator? Where you write is between, or let's say where company equal to Apollo, right? And is between 30 and 50. Does it make sense to all of you guys? Understood? Got it now? Charlie. If you say, I want to get town here, where town like K percentage. What it'll do here? It'll search for the town name, which is starting with K. Yes or no? I can also write here percentage K percentage. What it will do? It will search for all the town name where K is in between. Yes or no? Can you see that? Where K is in between also is going to bring. Now, if you say percentage K, it will search for all the town name ending with what? K. Right? Next is how to go for looking for K, 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space. That means the town name starting with K followed by 4 characters. Does it come? Understood now, guys? So this is how we go for this. Now going back to arithmetic operator. Now look at here. I create data prod underscore sales. Input as what? Prod, then Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June. Can you see this? Are you getting this? Where I use cards, Apple, Dell. Are you getting this, guys? Everyone. Then Lenovo, then HP, understood, guys? Everyone. So how do you go for printing this? Proc print data is equal to prod cells. Does it make sense? Understood? So guys, what will you do here? Data prod cells version 1 set. Now you'll be creating as what? QTR1 cells. How do you create that? Jan plus Feb plus March. You say QTR2 cells. How do you go for doing this? April plus May plus June. Does it make sense? Now, how to do a comparison of Q1 versus Q2 cells? So cells variance. What will do here? Q2 to cells over Q1 cells minus 1. Are you getting it? So I'm creating this kind of expression to print as what? Proc print data is equal to what? Prod cells version 1. Does it work? It is working, right? So this is how I express. I use the expression in what? Now I can present that in percentage. What will I do here? Format sales variance in percent 5.2. If you run this query, you get this percentage format is coming. Where is negative? It is coming in bracket only, parenthesis. Yes or no? Now, guys, we have to do that in SAS SQL. So how do that? PROC SQL. Select. What light here? Prod, then Jan, Feb, March, April, May, and June. Yes or no? What light here? Jan plus Feb plus March. आज QTR1 underscore sets. Right? Then what? April plus May plus June. As what? QTR2 cells. How to get the variance? QTR2 cells divided by QTR1 cells minus 1. As what? Cells variance format as what? Percent 5.2 from what? Prod underscore cells. And he will say quit. If you run this program, does it work? Where I got the error? QTR1 cells and QTR2 cells is not coming here. Right? So what you have done, guys, here? Jan, Feb, March. Okay, what you have to do here? You have to use something called calculated. Why will you use here calculated? Because these are the expression value which is coming in what? SQL program only. So now if you run the program, you see the output is coming. Yes or no? So why we use the keyword called calculated? Because the QTR1, QTR2 cells has been calculated within the program only. Yes or no, guys, everyone? Understood? Huh? We have to use subqueries in SQL, but in SAS, we just have to use calculated. Is this clear to all of you? Chalo, theek hai. Okay. Okay. So shall I give one more example on calculated field, guys? That is important, right? So let's do one more example on calculated field. Okay. I'll do this for you guys here. Right. So let's say we have product. Okay. And we have the country and we have given year, and we have given units, and we have given price, and we have given discount, and this is what is being calculated. Okay, understood now? Now there is something also given. Let's say product is Apple, Dell, Lenovo, and HP. Country is what? India. Year is what? 2020. I repeat the same thing for 2021. I repeat the same thing for 2022. Are you getting this, guys? Everyone? I did the same thing for country called Japan. Yes or no, guys? Everyone? What the unit has been sold out? Random between 100 to 900. Right? Pay special values. The price of the laptop which is given random between 50,000 to 1 lakh is the price. Are you getting this, guys? Right. Okay. So what discount has been given? Random between 5 to 20 divided by 100. Right? Right. So using this table, we'll go for calculating the discount and the discount amount and the price after discount, and the sales also will calculate out of this data. So what will you do here? You'll go back to data, prod underscore sales in India and Japan. Input as what? Prod, then country, year, units, price, discount. Yes or no, guys? What will do here? Cards. In the cards, what will do here? Copy this data and paste it. What will you use here? In file, cards, DSD DLM is equal to 09x. What will I write here? PROC print data is equal to prod sales. If you run this program, what is happening? This output is coming. Now let's do it in SQL. What write here? PROC SQL, select. What write first? Prod, country, year. Then units, price, then what? Discount. That's it. Right? So how to go for getting that price after discount? Price should be multiplied with what? Discount. Yes or no? Then price minus price into discount. As what? Price after discount. Or we call this as a selling price.
Discount.
Yes or no, guys? Now, how to get the sales? You write units to be multiplied with what? Calculated. Which is the calculated field? Right? As what? Sales. From the table name is what? Understood? Now, if you run this program, what is happening, guys, here? Does it make sense? Understood? So now what we'll do here? You will use as what? Format %5.2. This should be format $10. You can also copy the same format, apply to sales. Now you understand what is called calculated field, guys, everyone. When you use the expression to create another expression, it is called calculated field. Got it? So guys, we'll be talking about case and when and nested case and when using PROC SQL. So what do you write here? PROC SQL create table made underscore select. As what? Select customer underscore ID, company, gender, age, state underscore code, town, number of trips, spend underscore amount from SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. Are you getting this? If you run this program, what you see, the made select is going with customer ID, company, gender, age, state code, town, number of trips, and the spend amount is coming. We want to go for creating an age bucket. What I write here? Case when age is greater or equal to 60. Then you'll call them as what? Old age. When age greater or equal to 40, then you will say mid old age. Now when age is greater or equal to 30, then you'll call them as what? If it is 50, mid old age. If it is 40, you will say mid age. When age greater or equal to 30, then mid young age. Else young age, and you will say end as what? Age underscore bucket. You write like this. Same. Now here, case when number of trips is greater or equal to 30. Then you call them as what? If the age is greater or equal to 30, you will call them as loyal, right? When number of trips is greater or equal to, what do you say? 10. Then you will say regular. Else you will call casual. End as what? Visit bucket. Right. Now, case when spend amount is greater or equal to what? 1000. Then you will call when the spend underscore amount greater or equal to 500. What do you call them as? Else retail. Yes or no? End as customer segment. If you run this query, does it come, guys, in made select? Let's check it out. Is it coming with age bucket? Is it coming with trips visit bucket? Is it coming with customer segment? Yes or no? So this is how we can go for case and when statement. Now we'll talk about nested case and when statement. We have a data set. I will not do this manually. I'll just quickly copy this data and paste it here. Right. You say proc print data is equal to prod underscore sales. Product, city, price, and units are given. Yes or no? If you run this program, you get the output is coming like this. Product is Apple, Dell, HP, which is sold out in Bangalore, Delhi, Bhubaneswar, Mumbai, Chennai, and the price of the product is given, and the number of units has been sold out is also given. What has been asked to you? Give a discount to what? By particular product and city specific. So what discount you want to give it here, guys? Tell me. As your wish, tell me. City is equal, no, product is equal to what? Product is equal to, okay. Then, and city is equal to Bangalore. Right. Then what discount you want to give? 0.30 discount. On what? and the price point. Yes or no? Chaliye, we'll be copying this. Okay. Now we'll go for Dale also. Yes or no? Then final will reach to HP also. Understand, guys. This is Bangalore and Mumbai. What discount you want to give it here? 20. Let's say this is Delhi. Yes or no? And this is Chennai. What discount you want to give here? 20 and 10%. Now this is Bhubaneswar and Bangalore. What discount? 30 and 10%. This is what the discount you want to give it here, guys. Everyone. So how to replicate this to the program here? Right? PROC SQL and right? Quit in between. Select what light here? The field name is prod. Second field name is what? City. Third name is what? Then now case when prod is equal to what? Apple, right? Then again case, okay, when city is equals to Bangalore, then no discount, 0.30 into price. When city is equal to what next? Mumbai. Then what? 0.20 into price. Then else 0. What write here? After else, what will write? Now you'll replicate the same thing over here. Are you getting this, guys? And as discount. Now this is going to what, guys? Del. This is going to what? Delhi and Chennai. What a discount? 20 and 10%. This is the product as what? HP. This is for
Bhubaneswar,
what discount? 30. And this is for
30%.
this is for which?
Bhubaneswar and Bangalore.
Right. Are you getting it? Now what you want to get here? You got your discount field. Now you want to go for price after discount. So selling price. How to get the selling price? Price minus calculated as what?
As selling amount.
Selling price. Yes or no, guys? Everyone. Right? Now how to go for making this units to be multiplied with calculated. What is that? Selling price as sales. From what table? Prod underscore sales. Now run this query. Just run this query. Does it give you the output now, guys? Can you see this? Understood? So this is how we go for writing nested case when statement. Now to the next thing we'll be talking about here, how to go for summarizing the data. Okay. Having clause and sequence of the clauses. We'll be doing all three together. We're about to finish the class hardly some time now. Okay. So how to go for summarizing data? PROC SQL. Count star as what? Subscribers. Now count customer ID as what? Let's say subscribers 1. Field name cannot be same. One is subs, another subs 1. I say count of your contact preference. There is a field as subs 2. From what? SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. Are you getting this, guys? Understood? So when you run this program, what is happening? You write here what? Select. If you run this program, what is happening? 1 is giving 5112. Count of customer ID is also giving 4112. Count of contact preference is giving 4219. What does it mean? That means it has some missing values. Yes or no? Right. I can write PROC SQL select count of customer underscore ID as what? Subscriber. Mean of age as what? Average age. Sum of number of trips as called visits. Sum of spent underscore amount as what? Total spent. Yes or no? Right? From SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. If you run this query, what do you see guys here? Do you see the output is coming? Clear now? So how to present this output here? What do you do here? You will use format 10 dot. You will use format comma 10 dot. You will use format $10 dot. If you're using like this, you get the output is coming. Yes or no, guys? Now, if you want to present this summary output by what categorical field? So how do you write the program? Select company, comma, and you will use what? Group by of company. Does it make sense to all of you guys?
Yes.
If you run this program, you get the result by company wise. Yes or no? Now, if you want to go for state code and company wise, what will do here? You'll go for state underscore code. Right. Now you write what? State underscore code. Yes or no? And it is good to have, if it is two field, you need to go for order of 1, 2. Better to put as what? Number as an option. If you run this program, did you get the output is coming, guys, here? Everyone? Right? Got it? Right. So next is how to go for giving conditions. Conditions to the aggregate values. So how do you go for giving condition to aggregate values? You will write group by before order by having the sum of spend amount which is greater or equal to 30,000. If you do this, it is going to pull all these values 30,000. Yes or no? Now,
Sir.
I want to go for only Apollo, Cipla, Geno, Religare. After from before group by, you will write where company in Apollo, Cipla, Geno. Yes or no? If you run this program, you get this output is coming. So we'll be talking about what is called update statement and what is called delete statement, right? So now you go for creating here PROC SQL create table made underscore update as what? Select custom underscore ID, company, gender, age, state underscore code, spend underscore amount. From what? SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. And you will say what? Quit. If you run this program to get your output for made update, can you see the made update table is coming, guys? Having 6 columns and 5,112 rows. Yes or no? Now, right? PROC SQL, you will create alter table. What's the table name? Made
underscore update.
add, let's say age underscore bucket, which is char of 20 character long. Then there is something called spend underscore or customer underscore segment, which is char of what? 20 character and say quit. So now what will happen if you run this program? You have added 2 columns to the table. Yes or no? Those columns are coming here. Does it have any value? No, right? So how to update this table? You will say PROC SQL, right? And you will say quit. What do you write here? Update, which
Update.
is the table?
Made update.
Made update. Set, what is the field name?
Age bucket.
What query will write here, guys? Just
Where
above,
age
you can write here case
greater
to
than full.
end. Can you see this?
Hmm.
Same thing.
और customer segment में भी ऊपर में है.
Sorry.
और customer segment is also there.
Huh,
से
customer
ऊपर.
segment. Also, we're going for doing this. Now for So guys, there is something mistake. But no problem. Let it be happen this way. Set customer segment. What will you do here? Case to end statement. Does it make sense? Now, if you run these two program, what you see, the table has been updated. Now, if you go for simply calling the table, PROC SQL, select star from
Made update.
made underscore update, and you can say quit.
सर M छूट गया वो. Made में है.
Okay. What light here? Out of equal to.
100.
Are you getting this, guys? Understood? Okay.
Sir, can we write in the same program PROC SQL update, made update for set age bucket and customer segment?
This is what we did only.
Sir, PROC SQL 2 times we have
In
taken
SAS SQL. So base SAS you're talking about. In base SAS, you are simply writing the if nested if condition, right? But update is automatically happening to the existing table. There is no use of writing update in base SAS because it can easily overwrite the same table. Yes or no? Okay. So what is happened now, guys? We have completed. Now we'll go for made delete. This is important. Guys, we are almost close to finish this program now. Okay. So what we'll do here, let's say you create the same table here. What will write here? Made delete. Okay. If you run this program, what is happened? You created a table called made delete having how many records? 5, 1, 1, 2 records, 6 columns. What will write here? PROC SQL delete star from which table? Made delete, and you'll say quit. If you do so, all 5, 1, 1, 2 rows have been deleted. Yes or no? Now, how to insert values to the table? PROC SQL insert into the table name is what? Made delete, select this all. If your table is there, you can do this. Does it make sense? So now you have inserted how many rows? So when your table is existed, then only you can go for insert into table and select these values. Clear? Right. Now, appending, merging, calculated field is already covered in the class. Yes or no? So how to append PROC SQL with union, all union, we have completed. How to go for PROC SQL with joins, relationship, data model, we have done this. So there is no point of discussing that in the class now. Now there is a function called COALESCE. Okay. So what is the COALESCE function? I'll show you now here. Look at this table, guys. In this table, what is happening? There's a character value missing. There's some numeric values missing. So in SQL, what we write here, PROC SQL, right? Select as what? The first field name is prod, second field name is city, third field name is what? Jan, then Feb, then March, then April. From what? Right? Are you getting this, guys? If you run this program, what is happening? Now I want to go for city. If it is blank, you want to convert them into what? NA. So what you write here, you will use a function called COALESCE. Arch city. What COALESCE will do? If anything is missing in city, it will write it as what? Missing. Same way, you have a table called February is also having blank. So what do you write here? No. COALESCE February. So you'll represent by what? 0 as what? Feb. Are you seeing my screen, guys? Everyone. They'll go for
Yes, sir.
March. COALESCE March. If it is missing, it will treat by what? 0 as what? March. If you run this program, what will happen, guys? Wherever the character missing is coming as missing, where the numeric missing is, we are going to replace by 0. Yes or no? Right, guys? Right? So now all the character functions, numeric functions, and your date time functions, we have already done in SAS. The way we have done in SAS, the same way we'll be doing it here. If I show you this code, you can understand. You remember yesterday we did some SAS functions, row ID, order ID. We use substring functions to retrieve the country code, substring function to get the order number from year to order year, month to order month, day, how to get the quarter, how to concatenate Q with quarter to get the value here. Yes or no? We have done that in what? Base SAS. The same thing we can also write it in what? Your SAS SQL to create the functions part. So it is as simple as what SAS SQL. There is no point of repeating this. You can looking at this code, you can understand. But yes, you have to do the exercise which is given to you. Now the next part of it, which is called SAS SQL view and the stored procedure, right? What is called SQL view? SAS SQL view, you will write here PROC SQL quit. You write what? Create view. View name is what? Made underscore summary. As select company, gender, right? Count of customer ID as what? Subscriber, sum of spend underscore amount as what? As spent from SAS underscore SQL dot made underscore 2023. Then what do you write here? Group by 1, 2. You write the program like this? Yes or no? Everyone. So when you run this program, it will create or store your view for you in the which library? Work library. Can you see the view symbol is different and dataset symbol is different? Yes or no? Clear? So how to call the view? What do you write here? PROC SQL select star from made underscore summary. Just like a table. If you run this program, it gives you the output here. By company, by gender, is count of customers, how much spend amount is coming. Understood now? How to get this, guys? How to drop a view? What will write here? Yes, you'll write PROC SQL drop view, and view name is what? That's it. Understood, guys? Everyone. So view made summary has been dropped. Clear now? Now how to go for? No, it doesn't occupy the memory for you. That is the reason why we most of the time we store the query output as a view, not as a table. Clear now? Now we'll talk about what? Procedure. PROC SQL create procedure. See why procedure is not going to work here in this student edition, because it needs license. But I can show you the code which is same as what normally it is happening, right? So after this, we are talking about create procedure. Let's say made underscore summary. Can you see this, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
You write here arch select. Okay. You write here the same query. Okay. Now you will say what? Quit. So whenever you want to call this, you will write what? PROC SQL execute the procedure name. What is the procedure name? Made summary, and you can say quit. It will not run in this system now. Why? Because I do not have a license for it. But the procedure is same. If you search in Google, called SAS SQL store procedure, right? So you can see here some of the code which is given. Don't open multiple codes, you'll be confused. क्या हो गया? Okay. So what is given here? It is executing a procedure from ODBC. So it is connecting to another database server like SQL, Oracle, where the stored procedure is there. It is connecting and pulling the data. But I am saying how to go for creating a procedure here. It is all executing the procedure from connecting to another database server. Yes, it is all just connecting to the stored procedure of SQL. Yes. Guys, it is just showing that how to connect to. Chalo, no problem. But yes, this is how the normal syntax for SAS towards creating as what? Your stored procedure. Does it make sense? And how to drop a procedure? PROC SQL drop procedure, and procedure name is what? And you will say quit. Understood? I can also show you guys what I did for the previous batch. If they have the stored procedure here, yes. They also have done this. Another example to this. So PROC SQL procedure, create procedure as this. You define these two parameters and you call those two parameters in the program. And whenever you want to go for calling the procedure, you will write what? PROC SQL execute. What will execute here, guys? XYG, right? XYG with what? Company as Apollo, and then go for gender as female. Like this, you have to execute. Okay? But it does not work since you do not have a license in. So what system is actually giving you? System is actually giving you the GAN for connecting and running from another database server. In real time, we connect SAS to other database server to run and execute the stored procedures. Does it make sense to all of you guys? Yes or no? This is the program. What SAS does. Yes or no, guys, everyone? Connect to ODBC. ODBC with what? Username and password. Create table. Table is one. Select star from ODBC where you're executing. This is the stored procedure. Yes or no? Clear now? Chalo.